Hello and welcome. My name is Moe, and I'm here with my best bud Jay, and we're your hosts of Half Baked Baseball. Today is Monday, March 31st, and we just wrapped up the first weekend of the 2025 MLB season. In today's episode, we will be sharing our thoughts on opening weekend, chatting a bit about our fantasy league, and our thoughts on the upcoming series matchups. As always, we do not consider ourselves to be professionals or detail analysts. We're just two 420 friendly besties who love baseball. And we are so freaking excited to be back. To start us off, we're going to discuss who we consider to be the winners and losers of opening weekend. Jay, I know you have been looking forward to talking about the Yankees.
I have. What a weekend for the Yankees. Um, Obviously, Austin Wells debuting as the first catcher in Yankees history to start a game in the leadoff spot. And of course, he hits a home run. It was just so perfect. Uh, that kicked off a 36-run opening weekend. That is insane. 4 runs on opening day, 20 runs on Saturday against Nestor Cortez. Oh my gosh, that was. I have no words. And then 12 runs yesterday to cap off a sweep of the Brewers. I'm dumbfounded as a Yankee fan for most of my life. I don't think I've ever seen an opening weekend like this. It was just all joy and no down points whatsoever. There were a few errors during that 20-run game that had me a little nervous, but I believe they can clean it up. And there's lots of mixed reports out there about the bats that some of the Yankees were using. I read a weird report that said 5 Yankees were using the bats. I don't think that's right. I think it was only Volpe and Jazz. Judge was still using his regular bat, and he hit how many home runs? 4. So bottom line, MLB did come out and say they approved this. Other players on other teams are even using them. And Aaron Boone made a good point in an interview that I saw. It's the same as players adding counterweights to the bunt end of the bats. So in my eyes, it's legal. End of story. So another team that had a good opening weekend was the Marlins, who were playing against the Pirates. They ended up walking it off 3 times to win the series, which is absolutely nuts. They're leading the NL East right now. I didn't imagine us being able to say that the Marlins would be leading anything. But let's break this down a little bit. So first game, they came back from being down 4-2 in the 6th. They tied it up 4-4, and then Stowers singles to walk off. Marlins win 5-4. Second game, they lost. Nothing interesting there. But the third game, this one went into extra innings. They were tied 3-3. Ended up tying 4-4 in the 12th, and then Myers singled to walk off again. Marlins win 5-4. The fourth game, they were down 1. Griffin Conine homers in the 7th, which was awesome. They tie it up 2-2, and then there was a wild pitch in the bottom of the 9th that led to another walk-off score. How do you let that happen? Marlins win the series. They're at where they're at, surprisingly. You can say the same for a lot of the other teams, based on the matchups that they had. A lot of unexpected things happened, and that's just baseball, and it's exciting to me. So it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one team or I guess we could say both teams that we were kind of interested in seeing how they would start off their season is the Orioles and the Blue Jays, and they ended up tying out their series 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
I think day one of the Orioles surprised us a lot. Tyler O'Neill and Adley have had really great games across the series, and even though that I don't know, they're just so unpredictable. You think the Orioles, and then they surprise you, and it's not always a good surprise. But I think unfortunately they had Colton Cowser going down. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out, or if they've made any comments about that. Um,
Didn't read too deep into the report, but it sucks nonetheless.
Yeah. And I know that they've been down Gunner, but he's supposed to be coming back soon. So it's actually been really good to see some of those other guys really step up and kind of make up for those losses there. But I know one team that we've been really disappointed in is the Braves. I know you want to talk a little bit about
It's
them.
crazy. I mean, I'm disappointed in the Braves, but I'm also excited for the Padres. It's on the NL side of things. Being a Yankees fan, I'm kind of just excited to watch things unfold. Um, but yeah, the Padres sweep the Braves. Record-breaking opening day attendance for the Padres. Um, so the crazy thing is they had the 4 go-ahead runs 7th inning in the opening day game. So they were down. They ended up getting 4 runs to go ahead and win the game. Um, Jackson Merrill's doing his job. Manny's doing his job, and Tatis is Tatis, of course. Leadoff home run in the second game. But even pinch hitter Gavin Sheets, who was actually the catalyst for that 4-run 7th inning, who started that little rally, he's doing his job too. So Padres are off to a great start. I'm nervous about the Braves. They got the Dodgers next. It's a little nerve-wracking if you're a Braves.
Somebody that I am watching closely, one of my rookies that I'm watching, Matt Shaw, got his first major league home run against the Diamondbacks. I was so stoked to see that for him. We knew he was going to come out swinging, and he definitely did not let us down. He got multiple runs over the series. They ended up tying 2-2 with the Diamondbacks, and I really think he's going to be an exceptional star for the Cubs this season.
I like him a lot. There's this cute photo of him holding up his home run ball. It was cool to see. Yeah, I'm excited for him.
I love it. Before we talk about a few other random players that we enjoyed this week, I wanted to touch quickly on the Dodgers getting their World Series rings. We have a few pictures of those that we're going to kind of pop up on the screen that kind of show some of the details in the rings.
The signature on the inside is nice too.
The signature on the inside is so cool. I think it's neat that they picked Freddie's ring for this expose as well.
One thing it's that so neat, isn't it?
I'm sorry. One thing that I want you to know, I never say any of these things to I know. Intentionally hurt you.
I'm coping. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. There's like a locket or something. I don't know if you've seen that. It like the top opens, and there is a piece. I think it's on the picture of the 4 of like everything all laid out. There's a piece from the bases used in the World Series.
Oh, okay.
Inside of the ring.
Yo, that's actually sick.
I know. I don't think I've never seen anything like that. I think it's a cool use of space because they always kind of build those rings real high, like make them real flashy. So I think that's a really cool use of space. And then there's also a like tiny replica of the commissioner's trophy. So and then we have Kike here showing off his ring in Kike fashion. He is him. Always unafraid to completely be himself, and I think thrives off of kind of riling up the media whenever he gets a chance.
He's a troublemaker, but we love it.
Yeah, so really cool stuff to see them get those rings. Now, Jay, who are a couple other people that you were impressed with this week as we kind of transition?
Handful of guys. One of your guys, but we'll start off with Eugenio Suarez. I've heard his name pronounced so many different ways, but this guy is a beast. 3 home runs to start out the weekend. He's definitely a name we're going to be watching. Wilyer Abreu on the Red Sox, 2 home runs in the opener. If someone's hitting 2 home runs in a game, I'm going to be looking at it. Brings me to Adley Rutschman as well. We already had high expectations for this guy, but seeing that come to fruition, and now we said earlier Gunner's going to be back. If Colton Cowser can get healthy, I think that team's going to be dangerous. And then Kyle Manzardo of the Guardians. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs in the opener series against the Royals. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Go Guards.
A couple of losers.
Losers.
Losers. Some people did not perform well, anywhere close to what we were expecting, I think.
We talked about the Braves already. We'll see against the Dodgers. Rafael Devers, my guy, my dude. I picked him. He was my 4th pick in fantasy draft, and starting out 0-16. I know they just played today. How many strikeouts did he have?
At least 3 last time I checked. So we're around 0-19 at this point, at least.
My boy. I don't know. So, like, before the first game even started, I got a notification saying that they were moving him to DH and off of third base. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe that threw some like weird vibes at him, or like he has like this weird juju on him now that something's changed up, because I feel like, superstition is a big thing in baseball. But another team that we had high projections for were the Mets. They're off to a slow start, 1-2 in the series against the Astros. Soto had a homer. Of course, he looks great. Why, we weren't expecting anything less than that. But the bullpens in some of these teams, Pirates bullpen. We talked about the Marlins walk-offs. They just folded in every game. Paul Skeens obviously looked great, but they got to figure that stuff out. Reds bullpen, both losses in their opener series came from runs given up late in the game. They had it. They were in the lead, and you can't let that happen. And that's how you get on the losers list. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So true. Speaking of winners and losers, Jay and I are facing each other in our fantasy league. Second week is crazy.
Let's go.
Yep. So we did our draft kind of close to the deadline, I would say. We actually drafted after the Tokyo series. So when we kind of finalized everything, some of us already had points or negative points, which was kind of interesting. I personally feel pretty good about my draft. I didn't get everybody that I wanted. I kind of got pressured a few times into grabbing certain pitchers when they were available. And I think that's partially my own fault for not doing my due diligence and research and, kind of the ideal form of when to draft pitchers. But I feel like it worked out in my favor. I got some really good guys, so I'm not complaining about that at all. Speaking of, Zach Wheeler led my points this week. He had 6 innings pitched, 8 Ks, only 2 walks, and only 1 earned run over 2 hits. So I was pretty happy with that. Nice. Yep. I also have O'Neal Cruz, Jazz Chisholm, and Teoscar Hernandez, who all had great weeks, all hit a home run. And I think they had a combined 13 RBIs between the 3 of them, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, my dog, Jose Ramirez, went down with a sprained wrist. So he's going to be out. I think, although I saw something today that he might even play tonight as a pinch hitter. So he can't be that hurt. I think they said x-rays came back clean. So hopefully, I just don't ever want, I hate as a Cleveland fan to see athletes be pushed when they're injured. We're just starting off the season. Sure. If he needs to take a couple nights off to make sure he's healthy and good, I'd rather see that. But
take as many nights off as you need during our matchup.
Okay, maybe not. Why don't you talk a little bit about your roster?
Yes. So I was one of the teams who started out as an underdog because of the Tokyo series. But thanks to Nestor Cortez giving up 8 earned runs in 2 innings against the Yankees, combined with my late round picks of Jose Soriano and Robbie Ray, I was able to squeeze by with a win. Jordan Westberg is producing. Kyle Tucker and Julio homered for me. And Sandy Alcantara is proving to be worth the draft stock that I spent on him. We're looking good at 1-0. Only thing that scares me is Rafael Devers It was my fourth pick, and things in that department are not looking good so far. We'll see. I'm going to make some moves against you. I already made some this morning. I switched some players out, so we'll see what I can work here.
Yes, we will have to kind of update folks about that. Probably a little bit delayed, as unfortunately I'm going out of town for this upcoming weekend, so we might be skipping a week on the baseball recaps. But we really do appreciate all of the feedback that has been provided so far, all the fun comments that we've seen, and we really are looking forward to creating a cool 420 friendly baseball loving community here on YouTube. So if you are watching and you haven't already and you'd like to subscribe and help us out, that would be super dope. Even leaving a like or comment goes a super long way for us here as a new channel. So we appreciate that. All right. And to kind of bring us to the end of today's episode, we want to talk about our favorite news of the week. And I can't help myself when One Piece is in the news. Again, we have our Yankee Jazz rocking all of the One Piece gear.
My boy.
I love it. It's so cool. So we have a sliding mitt, an elbow guard, a leg guard, and a hand guard that are all One Piece themed. And this is an official collaboration, the One Piece, with Absolutely Ridiculous. And they specialize in funky, cool baseball gear, which I love to see. The details on these are super fun, and Jazz, of course, was super excited to rock them. I also think these are really pretty good and affordable, $50 to $80 a piece. There's
Not
the
bad.
wanted poster inside. I don't know if that's inside the elbow guard or what. It looks like it is.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elbow guard.
I love the details. I love seeing this crossover between anime and sports, and Jazz's.
Even his shoes too.
Yep, he even had the One Piece shoes, which I'm not really sure what the deal is on those. We might have to get into some research on that and talk
Those
more
got
about
to be
that.
customized.
Yeah.
Got to be customized.
And I think was he wearing the straw hat chain
He
in
is.
that picture? Yeah. So he was decked out. I love to see that. And speaking of the crossover between anime and sports, I think.
Yeah, heroes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird time that we live in where MLB is collaborating with anime. So we have some snippets. We got a trailer we're going to watch in a second, but basically it's an anime journey featuring MLB stars portrayed as superheroes. So MLB's teamed up with anime artists who have worked on One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist, to direct and create the films. Supposed to be a series, ultimately, I read. Right now, all we're seeing is like teasers and stuff, but I'm sure we'll get more as time goes on, and we'll keep you guys updated on that. I think the 4 main series they're starting with are Paul, Shohei, Aaron, and Juan. Yeah, just like the One Piece stuff, it's really cool to see mashups with our favorite sport, and yeah, let's hop right into this trailer.
Since the dawn of the great game, every player has heard the call of destiny. But who from this era will prove worthy of legend?
I do like the animation style already, though.
Will it be the one who has mastered both sides of the game?
Beautiful.
Maybe the pitcher with ferocious power to unleash.
Paul's stash is dope.
Oh, that was sick.
Perhaps the Herculean hitter on a
So
mission to
badass.
become one of the all-time greats. Or the man who sees all and can change the game with just one swing.
They put the shuffle in there. It's pretty cool, man.
The path of legend is laid before them. Who will emerge victorious?
Look at all the names there.
The world awaits,
Yeah,
and
so
the journey
I think when we were
begins.
researching this, I read something about it's like a preview of everybody they're going to feature in this.
That's so dope. I see Julio, Corey Seager,
Mm-hmm.
Churio, James Wood. It's
Mhm.
super dope. Super dope.
Can't wait to see more of that. It's going to be so fun. And I love the connection. They're bringing so many more people into baseball by doing things like this, which is what
For
we
sure.
love and want to see. I think that is a great note to end this week's episode on. We so look forward to sharing more exciting baseball news with you throughout what is sure to be a thrilling season. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and until next time, see ya.
Later. Nice. Gotta preheat that shit. Hold on, let me rip my electronic device.
Let's do it.